Hello everyone, this is Erika from beginnerwebsitetutorial.com, and today I'm going to show you how to use an FTP program. So the first step is to log in your hosting control panel and locate the FTP account section. So here I am in my hosting control center, and here's my FTP account section. So what you want to do is go ahead and click on add user or create FTP user depending on your hosting setup. And by default, my hosting has already created a username and password for me. Now, if you don't have one, which you would have one, and it's usually the login for your hosting. If you don't have one, just go to add FTP user, and this will prompt a username and password and also path. So go ahead and type in the username and password to log in, and also the path is usually the main directory of your website. And say you want to give someone access to a different part of your website, you don't want them to access all of your website files. Here is where you'll choose exactly where on your website you will want them to access only. But by default, what you want to do is always just choose your main directory. That way you can see all your website files. So after you finish doing so, we're going to go over to filezilla.org, and this is the FTP program that we're going to download, and here's where we will put in your username and password. So the first thing you do here is go ahead and download FileZilla client, not the server but the client, and you'll click on download, and you'll have the option of different operating system that you use. I'm on the Mac OS Intel, so I'm going to click on that to download it. It will prompt a download, and you'll start downloading the program. Now after you download the program, you'll open it up, and this is what it looks like. So here exactly is where when you connect, it checks your password and it tells you that you successfully connect. On the local section, this is your computer. This is where all your website files is on the local site. This is your section. On the remote site is your website. This is where all your website file is located. So again, the left side is your computer, the right side is your website. So we're going to go ahead and connect to my beginner website tutorial website right now without logging into the hosting company. So I'm going to go to File, Site Manager, and you're going to first click New Site, and you will enter a name, and I abbreviate BWT, and here you go over to the host, and your host always starts off with FTP dot, mine is beginnerwebsitetutorial.com. So for yours it'll be FTP dot your domain name.com. So if it was Erika, it'll be FTP dot Erika.com. And you can leave the port empty. For the server type, you'll go to File Transfer Protocol. For the login type, you'll go to Normal. And here you enter the username and password that you recreated earlier. And the username I use is Erika Williams, and the password. So after you finish doing so, entering those credentials, you go to Connect at the bottom. And this is asking me if I want to disable the current connection. I'm just going to click yes. And here's where it's checking my password, my username, and it said I've been successfully connected. So here is all the website files from Beginner Website Tutorial. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to upload a file from my desktop, a test file that I created, and I'm going to drag it over to my website. So I'm just going to drag it over here. And all you have to do is click and drag, or you can also double click and you'll enter over here. And at the bottom here is the queue section where it tells you the time that the site is uploaded, how long it will take, and when it's completed. And as you can see, the file is already uploaded, and I'm just going to click a refresh so I can see the test file, and here it is. So now I'm going to go to my my website, and I'm going to enter Beginner Website Tutorial test/test.html where I can see this file. So I'm going to enter, and I'm going to go to test.html. So it works, FTP test. So again, it's pretty simple. All you're doing is taking the files that you've edited from your website, and you just drag it from your computer, and you just drag it over to your website. It's very simple. And it always goes to your main domain name, which in my case is beginnerwebsitetutorial.com / and everything else follows whatever you created. If you created something under images, it'll be beginnerwebsitetutorial.com / images / the name of the file. So it's very simple and kind of self-explanatory. So I hope you've learned how to use an FTP program. If you have any questions, please post it below.